Hello crafties, my name is Rose and I am excited to guide you through how to crochet this beautifully textured beret. Don't let the design discourage you. I promise to guide you through it step by step. You can find the written pattern on my blog www.yarncraftee.com, or you can purchase an ad-free version for your ease. Please see links in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to Yarn Craftee channel. Give us a like.
This pattern comes in three sizes, the small, medium and large, and this tutorial will guide you through how to do the medium size. It's all the same mostly. You just have to refer to the written pattern depending on the size that you're making so that you can follow through with the guides. And this is a reversible design, so you can wear it on both sides if you want. Alright, so we only need iron weight yarn and 5.5 millimeter hook. So any iron weight yarn of choice. You can see that it's chunkier than normal worsted weight. So please be sure to check out the gauge of the pattern so that you know for sure that the yarn you're using is appropriate for the pattern. Alright, let's dive in. Alright, we want to start with a magic ring or magic circle. If you do not know how to make a magic circle, just chain 3 and join to the first chain to create that loop that you can work into. All right, and then you chain 2. That's the beginning. It doesn't count as a stitch though, but that's just the beginning. All right, so now we're going to work double crochets into this ring, 11 double crochet stitches. Rounds 1 to 11 of this pattern is the same for all the sizes. From round 11, we're going to begin to make adjustments for other sizes. And please note that this pattern is guiding you through how to crochet the medium-sized beret. So 11 double crochet stitches into the ring. Alright, let's join into the first stitch. Round 1, 11 stitches. Heading on to round 2, we're going to chain 2, and it doesn't count as a stitch, okay? Don't worry, in the written pattern it will tell you if it's a stitch or not, so yeah, please refer back to it. So we're going to make 2 double crochet stitches into each of the stitches around, so that means we're going to have 11 stitches by the time we complete round 2. So let's go ahead and make 2 double crochets into the first stitch. Remember, this first stitch is where we joined. 2 double crochets in there and 2 double crochets into each of the stitches around. So we're going to have 22 stitches at the end of round 2. So 22 stitches on round 2. We're going to join to the first stitch, okay, and we will chain 1. So round 3, we're going to be working single crochet stitches, but we're going to turn. So after you join to this first stitch, we're going to turn. All right, join, chain 1 and turn. Okay, so you might want to place a stitch marker into the first stitch on this round, just to guide you so that you know where you started from. So now we're going to make 2 single crochets into the first stitch. So remember, this is our chain 2 from round 2 at the beginning. We're not working into this, okay? Rather, we're working into the last stitch on this round, which becomes our first stitch when we turn. So 2 single crochets into the stitch there, and front post single crochet around the next stitch. So front post is basically you're working on the body of the stitch. So we'll go in from the back and come up on the other side and make our single crochet stitch. Okay, now we're going to do it again. 2 single crochets into the next stitch. and front post single crochet around the next stitch. The reason we're still doing 2 single crochets into 1 stitch is because we are increasing the brim of the beret. Alright, front post single crochet there. We will go again, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next one. There we go. So we want to repeat this around 2 single crochets in the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next one. So you should have 33 stitches at the end of the round. Don't forget to mark the very first stitch here, so that you can identify where you began from and where you need to stop. Alright, moving on, we're going to join now. Okay, so your last stitch on round 3 should be a front post single crochet stitch. I'm going to join to the first stitch. That's the first single crochet on the round. Be sure to count your stitches, alright, so that you know that you're on track. So on round 3 we have 33 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, heading on, we're not going to turn, we're just going to continue on this round. Chain 1, 2. Now we're going to make puff stitches. Okay, I have quite some patterns on puff stitches, so you might want to check them out. So puff stitch into this very first stitch, okay, where we just joined, chain 2 and puff stitch, yarn over and go into the stitch. I also have a tutorial on how to crochet the puff stitch, so you can check that out as well. So 1, yarn over again, 2, yarn over again, go into stitch 3. Alright, and finish off. Oops. That happens quite often with me. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Yeah, I'm on the right stitch. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to chain 1. Now in this pattern, when you go through the written pattern and the notes, you see that chain 1 counts as a stitch in this pattern. So you want to take note of this chain 1 by the time we'll come back to work on the next round. Alright, and I will make 2 double crochets into the next stitch here. I mean 1 double crochet in this stitch and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Alright, so not 2 double crochets, rather. Let's backtrack. So we've joined, alright, we have joined to the first stitch, which is first single crochet, chain 2, join, puff stitch into the first one, chain 1, double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch as well. We're going to do this again. Puff stitch into the next stitch, finish off. Alright, chain 1, double crochet into the next 2 stitches, so you see that? So the repetition is puff stitch, chain 1, double crochet, double crochet. Alright, so this puff stitch and chain 1 count for 2 stitches in 1, and we'll repeat again. Puff stitch, chain 1, double crochet, double crochet, puff stitch, chain 1, double crochet, and double crochet. So let's repeat this around. Now we're going to end the round with after the last puff stitch, chain 1, and double crochet into the last 2 stitches. Okay, and we're going to join to the top of the puff stitch, which is the first stitch, which is this one, right? And this is the top of that stitch. Alright, so you should have 44 stitches around, which includes the chain 1, the puff stitch, and the double crochet stitches. Round 5, chain 1, 2 single crochets into the first stitch. Single crochet into the next stitch as well. Remember that we're counting chain 1 as a stitch, right? So this is the chain 1, which I'm referring to as a stitch. So single crochet into the next stitch right there. So you can single crochet in between that space, or you can go right into the top of that stitch. So just make sure you're doing a single crochet in there. Now we'll do a back post single crochet around the next stitch. So back post, remember we did front post on round 1, 2, 3, which is like this and like this. This time we're doing back post. That means we'll come from the back, all right? The back to the front and then back to the back again. Single crochet. All right, see, we've worked around the body of that stitch. Now we're going to do single crochet again in the next stitch, which is this. So we're working into the top of that stitch because we're not doing a back post stitch. Let's go again. So here we have a puff stitch, all right? So we're going to go again, 2 single crochets into the top of a puff stitch, next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, which is that chain 1 right after the puff stitch, and back post single crochet around the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. Always remember that when you do a back post, it will scrunch up the other stitch, so you want to look out for it, especially since you're going to be working into it. So this round is all single crochet stitches. Only one of them is done differently into the back post, back post single crochet stitch. So let's go again. We're on here again. This is another puff stitch, so 2 single crochets in there into the top of the puff stitch, single crochet in the chain 1 space, in top of the chain 1 or in between. This is the next stitch. See, we have these 2 double crochet stitches. Back post single crochet, this is the next stitch, single crochet. So do you see that? Now we're on the next puff stitch again. Puff stitch, 2 single crochets, chain 1, single crochet in there, the next stitch, back post single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, okay, and the puff stitch again. 2 single crochets in there, single crochet in chain 1, back post single crochet, single crochet. All right, so let's repeat this around. Okay, ending round 5. I'm going to join to the very first stitch here. So we're ending with a single crochet, right? After the last BP, SC, back post single crochet, and single crochet in the last stitch, we're going to join to the first stitch on the round. Now we should have 55 stitches at the end of round 5. chain 1, 2 and turn. Heading on to round 6. This is all single crochet stitches. I'm going to turn now. I'm taking note of my first stitch here, which is the last stitch on here. So double crochet, 2 double crochets into the first stitch here. So this round is all double crochet stitches. We're going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, double crochet into 4 stitches. Okay, and we go again, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So we're going to repeat 2 double crochets into 1 stitch and double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. We'll do this around, and I'll see you at the end of the round. And we will make our last double crochet into the last stitch. It doesn't look like there is a stitch here, right? Because it feels like you just need to join. But after the last 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, there is one last stitch because we turned, right? On this is round 6 on round 5. So if you turn again, you see that there is actually this one stitch left at the corner here. So you want to take note of that so you do not skip it or find it confusing that it looks like that. So I'm making the 4th double crochet now into the last stitch right there, and I will join to the very top of the first stitch on the round. So we should have 66 stitches at the end of round 6. Now heading on to round 7, we will chain 1, 2 double crochets into the first stitch here, the same stitch where we just joined. Double crochet into 5 stitches. The next 5 stitches I mean. Okay, we want to do this again. 2 double crochets in the next stitch, double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches, and repeat this around. So you want to have 77 stitches at the end of round 7. Okay, we are at the end of round 7 now. I'm going to join to the very first stitch. So you should have 77 stitches at the end of round 7. Heading on to round 8, I will chain 1 and turn. Okay, so you want to work 2 single crochets into the first stitch there, which was the last stitch on round 7. 2 single crochets into the first stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. Again, single crochet into the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. One more time, single crochet in the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. Alright, so there we are. We're going to do this again. 2 single crochets into the next stitch, then single crochet into the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next one, single crochet into the next one, front post single crochet around the next one. One more time, single crochet into the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next one. Okay, so that's what we're going to be repeating for this round. 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and then single crochet, front post single crochet. We're going to do that 3 times across 6 stitches. All right, after the first 2 single crochets, the increase, and then single crochet FPSC, single crochet FPSC, single crochet FPSC. All right, you can always refer to the written pattern to memorize the next step. So I'm going to see you at the end of round 8, and we should have 88 stitches. All right, let's end round 8 with a front post single crochet in the last stitch. So let's join to the first stitch and chain 2. We're going to be making puff stitches on round 9. Chain 2 and puff into the first stitch. Chain 1. Remember that this is 2 stitches already, right? The puff stitch and the chain 1. Now double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Okay, we'll do this again. Puff stitch into the next stitch. Chain 1, double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Okay, so once you repeat this, yeah, around puff stitch, chain 1, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, puff stitch, chain 1, repeat around. So this is the end of round 9. At the end of round 9, you're going to have 110 stitches. Okay, so round 10, a little bit complex, but you can absolutely do it. So round 10. So on round 10, remember that we have a puff stitch and chain 1 counts for 2 stitches, right? So each of these puff stitches and chain 1s are 2 stitches. So on this round, we will be alternating the puff stitches that we work into. What that means is, now when we start from here, we're going to work into both the puff stitch and the chain 1. When we get to the next one, we will skip working into the puff stitch. We will work only into the chain 1. When we get to the next puff stitch, we will work both in the top of the puff stitch and the chain 1. The next puff stitch we'll skip the puff and work only into the chain 1. So this will be 2 stitches, this will be 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 1 stitch. All right, that's how we're going to be working into the puff stitches on this round. Because we're not going to be increasing on this round, we're going to have 110 again by the time we're done working on round 10. So I'm going to join now into the top of the puff stitch. We're not turning, we're just going to continue, and I'll chain 1. I'll try to be really slow on this so that you can understand what I am doing. So 2 single crochets into the very first stitch there, which is the top of puff stitch. Single crochet again into the chain 1. Okay, so this is the chain 1 right here, just beside the puff. Like I said before, you could work into stitch itself, you just work between the spaces here. But for this round, it's best to work into the stitch directly because we're going to be doing some post stitches, so it will be easier for you to see where you're working into. Now back post single crochet around the next one, the next stitch, which is a double crochet. All right, now single crochet into the next stitch, which is this one right here, and again back post single crochet around the next stitch. There we go. All right, now we're going to skip this puff stitch. We're going to skip this puff stitch, meaning we're not going to be working in here, all right? Because this is the top of this puff stitch. This is the chain one after the puff stitch. And we'll do single crochet into this chain one here. Back post single crochet around this next stitch, which is a double crochet. Single crochet into the next stitch, this one right here. Back post single crochet around the next stitch. Okay, so now what we want to do is repeat again from what we've started on here. 2 single crochets, single crochet into the chain one, back post single crochet, back post single crochet. Skip the puff stitch, single crochet in the chain one, back post single crochet, back post single crochet. So let's do it now. So now 2 single crochet. So now I'm going to work in here because I'm working into the puff stitch. Okay, remember we skipped this puff stitch, but now we're not going to skip this puff stitch. 2 single crochets here, single crochet into the chain one, back post single crochet around this stitch, the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, back post single crochet around the next stitch. Okay, now skip this puff stitch. This is the very top of the puff stitch. We're going to skip it and work into the single crochet. Why are we skipping it? We're skipping it because we're alternating the stitches, right? One will be 2 stitches, one puff will be, this next one will be 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 1 stitch. And we already worked into this, a double stitch into this puff stitch. Moving on, now back post single crochet around this next one, single crochet in the next stitch, back post single crochet around the next stitch. So this is what we're going to be repeating. Now we're going to repeat the sequence again. All right, increase in this puff stitch, single crochet into the chain one, back post single crochet, back post single crochet. Skip this puff stitch, the top of this puff stitch, single crochet in the chain one, back post single crochet, back post single crochet. You can rewind this video to see the steps again, or you can follow the written pattern to memorize the next steps. Alright, so this is the end of round 10. As I said before, we're going to have 110 stitches still. So now we're going to head on to round 11. I'm going to join round 10, I will chain 2 and turn. Okay, so into the first stitch I'll make 2 double crochets. So round 11 is all double crochet stitches. And I'll make double crochet into the next 9 stitches. Alright, so once we do this again, 2 double crochets into 1 stitch and double crochet into the next 9 stitches. Repeat this around, and at the end of the round we're going to have 121 stitches. Alright, that's the end of round 11. Moving on to round 12 for the teen size. So after round, as I mentioned earlier, rounds 1 to 11 are the same for all sizes, and then after round 11 we're going to be making adjustments based on the size. I'm making the medium size, the teen size. So I'm going to, we should have 121 stitches at the end of this round. So heading on to round 12, let's join this, chain 2 and double crochet into each of the stitches around. So 1 double crochet into each stitch around. That means we're not increasing anymore. Now we're going to be decreasing. Alright, we're making progress here, and we're going to join round 12, chain 1 and turn. So round 13, single crochet into the first stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. So we're going to do this around. Okay, and that's the end of round 13. Join to the first stitch, chain 2, do not turn, chain 2 and puff stitch into this next stitch. So from round 14 we're going to be decreasing, so puff stitch. So that means we join here, right? We're going to skip this, we won't be working into this puff stitch, chain 1, double crochet into 8 stitches, the next 8 stitches. We're going to decrease across these 2 stitches with a double crochet decrease, double crochet 2 together, and in the next one also, yeah, and finish off. Okay, we're going to do this again, puff stitch into the next stitch, chain 1 and double crochet into 8 stitches. And decrease across these 2 stitches, double crochet decrease. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Puff stitch into the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet into each of the 8 stitches, and then decrease across two stitches. So let's end round 14 with the decrease. And join to the first stitch, which is this puff stitch here. Heading on to round 15. We're not going to turn, we're going to chain 1 and single crochet into the next stitch, which is this chain 1, right? We just join into this puff stitch right here, so we will single crochet into the next stitch here. Back post single crochet in the next stitch, around the next stitch, I mean. Single crochet into the next, back post single crochet around the next stitch. Again, single crochet into the next stitch, back post single crochet around the next stitch. One more time, single crochet into the next stitch, back post single crochet around the next stitch. How many times is that now? We're supposed to do it 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so back post single crochet around this next stitch. So we have here single crochet, back post single crochet, BPSC, single crochet BPSC, single crochet BPSC, and single crochet. Okay, so back post single crochet around the next stitch, which is this one right here, this decrease. There we go. So we're here now again. We're going to single crochet into the chain 1, which is here. This is the puff stitch. So we're skipping the puff stitch and doing single crochet into the chain 1 right after the puff stitch. And we're going to do back post single crochet and single crochet into the next stitch. So back post single crochet, single crochet, back post single crochet, single crochet, 2, back post single crochet, single crochet, that's 3, back post single crochet, single crochet, that's 4. Let's finish with a back post single crochet around the decrease. There we go. So let's repeat this again. Skip the puff, single crochet into the top of the into the chain 1, and then back post single crochet, single crochet, BPSC, single crochet, BPSC, single crochet, BPSC, single crochet, and BPSC. Repeat this around. Now I'm going to join that round 15. Join the round and chain 2 and turn. So I'm going to do a decrease, double crochet 2 together in the first stitch here, which is the last stitch from before. Decrease and double crochet into 8 stitches. And I'll decrease again in the next 2 stitches. There we go, and another double crochet into 8 stitches and decrease. We'll do this around. Alright, we're at the end of round 16. Now I'm going to join to the very first stitch. So round 16, we have 99 stitches for this size. I'm heading on to round 17. I'll chain 1 and turn. So single crochet into the first stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch, this one right here. Again, single crochet in the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. One more time, single crochet into the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. So we've done that across 6 stitches, and single crochet again into the next stitch, and we will decrease now with single crochet in the next 2 stitches. We'll decrease, there we go. So we're going to repeat again, single crochet in the next stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. I will do this again 2 more times. Single crochet, front post single crochet, single crochet, front post single crochet, and a last single crochet stitch, and then decrease across the next 2 stitches. Alright, so that's the sequence for this round. So we'll go again, single crochet, front post single crochet. We'll do this 3 times across 6 stitches, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then single crochet again in the 7th stitch, and then decrease across 2 stitches. Repeat around, and I'm going to end the round with decrease, single crochet, decrease, and join to the first stitch. So we'll have 8 stitches on round 17 for the medium size, and I will chain 1 2 and turn, and I'll do a decrease. So where's my first stitch? This right here is the first stitch. So I'll do a double crochet decrease in the first 2 stitches, then double crochet into 6 stitches. Okay, we want to repeat this again. Decrease across these 2 stitches, double crochet decrease, and double crochet into 6 stitches, double crochet decrease across 2 stitches, the double crochet in each of next 6 stitches. So I'm going to see you at the end of the round. And round 18, end of round 18, we're going to join to the first stitch. You have 77 stitches on this round. and then chain 1 and turn. Single crochet into, this is the first stitch here, single crochet into the first stitch, and front post single crochet. So now we're repeating round 17 of single crochets and front post single crochet. So that's one single crochet again into the next. This is the third stitch now, and then front post single crochet around the next stitch. Alright, single crochet again into the fifth stitch. Now we're going to repeat this all over again. Single crochet together, that is decrease across these two stitches, and then single crochet, front post single crochet, single crochet, front post single crochet, and then single crochet across the next 5 stitches. And then we will decrease again and go single crochet, front post single crochet, front post single crochet across 5 stitches and decrease again. Please refer to the written pattern, alright, if you feel lost, or you can rewind this video. Okay, so on round 20 we're going to repeat what we did on round 18. The only difference is that we're going to be doing double crochet into 4 stitches. We will decrease and double crochet into 4 stitches, while on round 18 we decreased and did double crochet into 6 stitches. So because we're decreasing, the stitches are getting lesser to reduce on. So let's decrease in the first 2 stitches, double crochet, decrease, and now double crochet into 4 stitches. Alright, then decrease again and double crochet into 4 stitches. At the end of the round, you want to join to the very first stitch, chain 1, turn, and repeat round 18. Repeat round 19 with the single crochet stitches and front post single crochet stitches. Moving on, we're going to join round 20, chain 1 and turn. And this round is single crochet stitches and front post stitches, no decreases. So single crochet into the first stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch. We'll repeat that again, single crochet and front post single crochet. We'll repeat this around and finish the round with single crochet into the last stitch. I'm going to join now to the very first stitch, chain 1, 2 and turn, and double crochet into each of the stitches around. Double crochet into the first stitch, double crochet into the next stitch and around. Once you complete your double crochet rounds, you join to the first stitch, snip yarn and weave in the tails. Remember that this is a reversible design, so you can turn it inside out and wear it the other way. I'm so glad you joined me to crochet this very beautiful textured beret, and I hope that you enjoy using it or gifting it. Also take note, this brim might be this opening might be really tight at first. What you can do is to stretch it out, stretch it with your hands so it will fit. Eventually, as you wear the beret, it's going to stretch out fully. So you see this one, it looks small, but by the time it's been worn, it's stretched out. All right, so there you go. Thank you once again for joining me on this tutorial. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.